Hi guys, it's me again, Josiah Michaels. Look at my shirt here, an animal shirt, huh? Nice, huh? Last night I was watching the Democratic debates. I think I'm a few state ago. I think I lose track of the days, but people ask me, and ask me what to do the debates. I said, "Egad, is that the one that's going to run for the White House? That you must, dig, it goes dig past that. We should do more digging, guys. Democrats should do more digging than that. They should have a great leader like that. Bill Clinton, okay, great, a great president in my era. Obama, hey, he has charisma like that. I don't agree with his policies that, but we call us that. He did become president that, but at least that he's better than all these doofuses that try to do debate. What could you do with that? There's a leadership vacuum. Right? Good thing we have Trump in the White House. That because I support a guy who's smart at that, who knows how to make things happen. And even though he's coarse at that, he makes things happen. He gets up with the toes that saying, "This is what happens today." This is what we need. We need to follow the letter of the law. I call us that. When I see all these mayors that were Democratic led that saying, "Oh, we won't enforce this. We won't help ICE." Guys, we call this. It's the law. When we call this that, what do you no, we call this that when you start enforcing laws, you're violating laws, especially fair laws. We call this that, remember the thing, okay? You're not going to state prison, you go to federal prison today, It's a good thing is, the president is sending the marshals to that to grab you guys. Because the reason is, it's the, we call this, it's the law. I know politicians are like this, that, but mostly I see nowadays they're getting stupider and stupider. We call this, we call this that, when you go to office, you swear an oath. An oath says that, hey, we call this, I'll protect, we call this, especially if you see the flag behind you, that you go also oath on the flag. And suddenly you say, hey, I'm doing this policy that's against the Constitution, that against the thing. You're asking for, you're asking for people that not to vote for you. People in this country are tired already. We call this look at me today, okay? I'm struggling with the bills today, because everything's going up today. Taxes are going up. I used to live in Chicago. Taxes went up because the Democrats there today, decided to raise the taxes today. Good for helping them, but here's a question to ask you. If you have a budget problem with that, stop spending. Especially that your people that the economy is going down, and you have programs you promise to people that you tend to like to do what we call this over promise, and sometimes that they don't work and they're still in the books. So and then you want people that to bail you up for your mistakes. We call this people that are in this country are getting tired of it. They have the right to say no. That's why they elected Mr. Trump, because he has the right to say no. No to this, no to that, we call this that, and if you try to drag on the and people, they're smart, they see through it. Like even though we call this the media that we call this tends to call it differently, people look through it that. So my saying is this: when you guys go out there in the future and vote that, remember one thing. We call it, if your politician says this and this and this, and we call this, and it makes sense to you to that. But remember, if you're gonna vote to that, remember this. Okay, because you're the one paying the taxes to that. You're the one that we call this we call this deciding your future to that. Sometimes there's only two choices because because they want it that way. But here's the thing. And when you see them, they go to your place to that, engage your politicians, tell them what you gotta do there. So if he's promised you, this program is coming out of your pocket with that, okay? And taxing the wealthy with that or corporations doesn't work. We know why. Corporations and taxing and rich people with that, they know how money flows to that, and they have common sense. If you're like in New York with that, and they decide, hey, we'll tax you, nice, yeah, we'll tax you. Now, if I'm a rich guy like that, like I'm a Bill Gates like that, okay, what happens? I move. That's why I have houses in different states. That's why we call this that we call this that I don't pull my business out because and I get I think I guess my employees that, but businesses are designed for profit. That's what we call this. Government business are the same thing. Designed for are designed for profit, because there's a thing like that. Okay, I like medieval history of that. If you see the king says, the money, okay, when the money in the treasury is down, he'll say something. I need money back in the escriture or treasury. But the money, we call it that. No money, no operation. Same thing with businesses today. That's why you see businesses that hire what we call this that like fast foods that or other restaurants. They hire illegal aliens there because they're cheaper than that. And it's cheap to run. And we call this that and especially that with all the tax laws and things that you have to do to get all these employees and their paperwork. It's just common sense that you got to think, hey. Then we call this that, and the politicians going to say, oh, we'll tax all the businesses that. Well, the business will say, okay, bye, moves out, and leaves you with a problem. And the immigration thing also happening because why? Coming to a point in our lives that where the history that our economy is going to change soon. That it will be like we'll be having we call this we call this we call this the the time that when we had with companies that when the economy changes into the digital one from or one to different things. Then I can explain to you, but the change will be like whole different. Down the road that I can see that people don't have to go to college anymore. Hell, you didn't college is obsolete already because people just go online for college. So there's other jobs that you don't need a degree. Imagine that you've spent 4 years in an institution and you find out in the years that you don't need a degree out there. That's why, in my opinion, that the world is changing, and with that we need good leaders. That good leaders that know what's going on. So always like a guy like that who's not inside, inside. Always like a guy like that, in my opinion. That I need a leader who's from the outside, who has seen it already, who has operated on the outside world. He knows what people are thinking about. And that's my advice to that. If if Democrats want to elect a good leader, find an outsider, that somebody who really believes, who knows how people suffer. You see how people think, who really own a business or sees everything. Not a guy who's stuck in a politicians life like that because he doesn't even know what's going on outside because he is insulated with his own world. Okay, so we call this that just realize one thing: when you go vote or always think about this, that how it affect your life. Okay, look at the trends. If the world's changing like that, the guy doesn't keep up, we don't like them. Okay, bye.